Former Chicago Bulls guard Jay Williams, and Jay from the land of the space program. This one's ready for takeoff.
And Ed, you have to give a lot of credit to Daryl Morey. He's done a great job in reviving this franchise. There's no doubt about it. They're on their way up.
You have to love the analytics of basketball. No team in the NBA has been better than the Rockets. Let's get ready for this one. It's crazy, Jay. Lakers haven't been to the playoffs in a long, long time. This year they retired Kobe Bryant's two numbers, number 8, number 24, but you forget how long it's been. A lot of young pieces. We'll see if Luke Walton can get them over the top.
Well, they may not be winning championships, but you love the fact that they're moving in the right direction. They have 35 wins in the 2017-2018 season. That's the most wins they've had in their franchise since 12 and 13. That's incredible, and they're doing it with youth. Young assets. You think about Lonzo Ball, Rob Pelinka, and Magic Johnson took a chance on him with the second pick in the draft. He's done exceptionally well his rookie year. Got a couple of triple-doubles, really found his way. It's going to be great to see a young point guard go against a veteran like CP3, who we all know is fiery defensively, will try to make life difficult for Lonzo bringing the ball up the court.
Harden into the front court. Down 2. Count the bucket for 2. Jay, mixed opinions with Carmelo Anthony. How will you remember his career?
Well, as of right now, he's a catch-and-shoot type player. But for me personally, Carmelo Anthony will go down as one of the greatest isolation players of all time. Back in his Denver days, his earlier New York Knicks days, there was nobody better in an isolated set than CA.
Lonzo Ball with the rock to James. Finishing inside the paint on that one. The maturity of one of the game's greatest on full display.
Yeah, LeBron James still proving that he can get up there with the highest of the high. But still, I love the fact that he recognizes less is more now. LeBron James 2007, every play is a dunk. Now it just happens once in a while. Enjoy the greatness.
Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
Nothing going here on that drive. Slams it down.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Caldwell Pope. Capella's on him. Driving right to the basket. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. And he misses that one free throw. Paul into the front court. 2-point advantage. You've got to get that one to go. Rondo into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Kyle Kuzma. Clint Capella sends it away.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Shot from the lane won't go. Into the front court comes Rondo. They trail by 2. Kyle Kuzma. And the rebound pulled in by Capella. To P.J. Tucker. Lays it up and in.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
LeBron James with the rock. To Kyle Kuzma. Gets it in the right corner. Here's James. LeBron James. 2 of 4 now.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Harden To P.J. Tucker. Throws it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
The assist from number 17.
Across the timeline comes James. The score 12-8. Defense making the ball carrier work. Kuzma to James. Has a look. Knocks it down off the step back.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Paul. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. Free throws coming up.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Brandon Ingram, couple of free throws on the way. A career 65% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. So he hits the first, misses the second. To Rivers. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Rondo, defended by Tucker. Screen coming. Nene! Huge block!
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
And count the basket.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Nothing going here on that drive. Count the basket at the rim. Long heave from three-quarters court. So the Rockets with the lead after one at Toyota Center. Jay and I return to Houston after this. It's the NBA, and it's on EA Sports. One quarter down. Neither side really distinguished itself. Jay, what stood out?
I know you're wondering why I'm clapping. Both teams came out in the first quarter, and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, or we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
From the painted area, won't go down. Lakers ball to Beasley. Michael Beasley with the slam.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine, and you call it a day.
Gordon with it. They trail by one. JaVale McGee with a piece.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Ingram takes on Eric Gordon. McGee powers it through.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
Tucker. Nothing going here on that drive. Deep left corner. Fires the three. Tucker, dead on three-point shooter. Tough to guard.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Team foul number 1 for the Lakers.
Lonzo Ball at the line. Off the mark on the first free throw. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Houston takes over. Paul to Harden. James Harden. That's 3 now on 4 shots. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Harden, Capella's on him. Baseline drive, the shot won't fall. To P.J. Tucker. JaVale McGee rejects it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Kyle Kuzma, strong finish.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Harden in possession. Down by 1. To P.J. Tucker. Nothing going here on that drive. Anthony to P.J. Tucker. Going to launch beyond the arc. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. Ball with it up top. Looking to make something happen, and throws it down.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
To Capella. Nothing going here on that drive. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out. Oh, Lonzo Ball. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
And scores. Strong take.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Paul into the front court. They trail by 7. Down low, Capella. The pass set it all up. Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
So you must ask now. Visit our team website for more details.
Ball.
Entering the game.
Ingram guarded by Nene. And it's Melo with the rebound. Paul with it up top. Under a minute to go before halftime. Gets to the basket and scores.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Lonzo Ball with the rock. Got it.
The defense needs to be in more of a stance and react better. A player with that kind of NBA talent level will get to the rim every time with moves like that.
James Harden. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
It just seems like one of 3 things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
To Kyle Kuzma. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
A shot no good there for Ingram. Late heave to beat the buzzer. So a tie one as we reach the break in a one-point game. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
It's in the hands of Harden.
Hey, match up.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
James Harden trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 85% free throw shooter. Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Ball to James. Not that time.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
The pass taken away by the Lakers. Slams it down.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
Harden with the basketball. Tie game, third quarter. Paul to Harden. Can't connect. Missed it. How'd that not go down? Capella. That one out of bounds off a Rocket. LBJ. Clint Capella with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
First one goes down. And gets both to drop at the line. James into the front court. His group now down 2. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Tyson Chandler at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Career mark of 64%. Can convert the and a putback slam.
He usually pays his bills doing things around the perimeter. Nice work right there around the rim.
Now Paul with the basketball. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. To Capella. Throws it down. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
The assist from number 13.
LBJ with it. To Kyle Kuzma. Clint Capella pins it. That's his third block this evening.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Oh, emphatic slam.
And Melo will be the first one to tell you this. He's not ready to be a role player just yet. He can still put up points in bunches. Didn't shoot the ball that well last year. Averaged around 16 a game. The lowest total of his 15-year career.
James picked up by Carmelo Anthony. LeBron James. With that, he's 5 for 9.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Tucker goes to the right side. Harden. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Carmelo Anthony snatching it out of the air.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Lonzo Ball brings it up the floor to Kyle Kuzma. LeBron guarded by Carmelo Anthony. Probing the defense. Clint Capella tips it. Fourth this contest.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Into the game for the Lakers, number 9, Rondo.
James to Beasley. Trying to cash in. Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Paul. To P.J. Tucker. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
It's James controlling the offense. The drive, right to the basket. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
LeBron James trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 73%. Free throw try, off the mark. Paul across the timeline. Our score all even in this third quarter. And finishes strong.
And easy to get back on defense.
Lakers at the controls right now. Gets a look. Can't hit. Surveys the floor. Lakers come up with it. And finishes strong. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first three have lived up to the billing.
Gordon on the drive, but he can't get it to go. Here's Rondo with it. Game's all tied in the final minute here in the third. Step back jumper.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Paul into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Capella. Big finish at the rim. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Jumper's good.
When the ball is in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Deep three at the buzzer. That misses with a second to go. That ends the third quarter. The Lakers have the lead. It's Lakers ball as we start the fourth quarter, and you have to figure they like this spot they're in, entering the quarter with the lead on the road.
Yeah, but Ed, I disagree. As a player, I'm not really worried about how big the lead is right now. I'm worried about what kind of energy we're going to enter the fourth quarter with, more important.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. To Anthony. And count the basket inside.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Nothing going here on that drive. Easy path to the rim.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Caldwell Pope to ball. Kuzma to Caldwell Pope. Working hard on the glass. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Rockets in control of the basketball. They work it to stuffs it down with authority.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Full throttle right to the basket for the deuce.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Add 2 points to the board.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
LeBron into the front court. All even here in the fourth. To Ball. Able to convert inside.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with one remaining. Changes coming from both sides right now.
And I've been seeing a lot of barking back and forth between the players and the fans. I actually like that. I think that gets the players more engaged in the game, in particular sometimes when the game seems like it's dead air.
Rondo with the basketball. All tied up, just underway in this fourth quarter. Nene swats it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First try at the line, no good.
Number 15.
No good on the first, no good on the second. 0 for 2. Good. Off a spin.
Bold. I'm sure his teammates and coaches were wondering why he'd do that now. But it worked.
Harden with it up top. Down 2. To P.J. Tucker. A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out. It's James controlling the offense. Has a look. Offensive board. Clint Capella able to recover with the block. Ooh, 5 now.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
And the finish at the rim.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
Harden in possession. Down just a couple. JaVale McGee sends it away.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in the absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Rondo into the front court. Our score all even here in the fourth quarter. To James. Here comes the screen. LeBron guarded by Clint Capella. To Caldwell Pope. 5 to shoot for Los Angeles. James. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
I know the refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
JaVale McGee sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Beyond the arc for 3. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. Los Angeles has the basketball. Caldwell Pope. Harden's on him. Knocked loose. Rockets have it. Yes, Carmelo Anthony. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game. Now the Lakers going to use a timeout. They'll need their best free throw shooters on the floor as well as a design play for the inbounds. Rockets have the steal. The Lakers get the victory as they just squeak this one out by a point. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
With the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Lakers finished with a narrow victory on the scoreboard. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. The Lakers got their point scoring from these guys on screen. The Rockets are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. While they did put together quite a highlight reel of dunks in this matchup, they did not put together a win. As we all know, style points never show up on the scoreboard.
Game track. Three-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
The chosen one could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
These are the upcoming games for the Houston Rockets. On behalf of Ed Coyne and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.